C matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers.
The Chargers kicker, Tristan Vizcaino, has it teed up, and off we go from SoFi Stadium.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On play action, Mariota.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
First down, Broncos.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mariota on the keeper.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down, Mariota. He finds his man, complete. It's Stump. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Williams again.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And Boswell's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On first and 10, here's Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now second and 7 from the 23.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second
from the shotgun. Here's Herbert.
finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now room for Eckler. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. And this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Running on first down, Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like his...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. Touchdown number 22 on the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Denver.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run it with Williams. And this time they were way for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Williams will try again. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Broncos 10, Chargers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone is K.J. Hill. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Herbert's throw taken in by Green here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Broncos 10, Chargers 7.
Herbert off of play action. Finding Green complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Herbert back to the air. He'll get this one to Patrick. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Herbert. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Mariota now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Tanner Muse coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Chris Rumph, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
From the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big game that time for the Chargers. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd and goal. Herbert flush to his right. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
To throw is Mariota. eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marcus Mariota, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 4.
Broncos 17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Herbert throwing again. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big gain that time for the Chargers. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the air again, Herbert. Caught on the slant. Touchdown! Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A strong running. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, Eckler. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Allen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second and 9. A give, Eckler running to the right. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Denver.
First down, Mariota. He completes this to Sutton. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll throw again. Mariota. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Down to the 25. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Stump. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Williams.
Oh, he bowls out, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
His second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score. They'll look to run for it with Williams, and he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. This is caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Mariota.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's stumped. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Mariota. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At the 20.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
Able to power through. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mariota, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. This is the tight end Fant. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll try again.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That close on 3rd down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go with Williams. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the result, instead of the chip shot to tie, they turn the ball over on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Here's 2nd and 9.
From his own end zone, Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game.
39. Chargers 35.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
42-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert going to throw. Finding Allen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 plays already up near midfield.
No, partner, they can move quick when they have to, and right now, they're looking really good.
48-yard line.
This is swung out to Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. One last throw here for Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, How about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense. They will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Denver, they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.